Hi, welcome to the Murfreesboro Rock School video on drum lessons. We're just going to go over the very basics today, the most quintessential drum beat to rock and roll. Is your basic kick, snare, drum beat with your hi-hats on top. So we're going to start with just talking a little bit about measures. A measure is a set of 4 beats. So everything that we're going to be doing is going to be built around counting 1, 2, 3, 4. And to help us play rhythms that are a little bit more complicated, we're actually going to subdivide that. So we're actually going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And each one of those beats is called an eighth note. So the hi-hats are going to be playing those eighth notes. Every one of those beats we're going to play our hi-hat. So we'll have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it repeats. So if you played several measures in a row, your hi-hats would just be over and over again. Now, kind of keeping that counting going on in our head, we're going to put our kick beats on the odd numbers, on beat 1 and beat 3. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, now our snare hits are going to go on beats 2 and 4. So I'm going to have this hand going over my left hand. So my right hand's hitting the hi-hat cymbal, my left hand's hitting the snare. Obviously this is reversed if you're left-handed, but for right-handed drummers, your right hand's hitting the hi-hat, your left hand's hitting the snare. Now I should go ahead and mention that my right leg is what's hitting the kick drum. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's our basic drum beat. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about actually hitting the drum kit. When we're playing, our right foot is going to hit the bass drum, and then it's going to stay down until we're ready to hit it again. You don't want to hit the bass drum and then move your leg back, and then hit the bass drum and then move your leg back. Too much movement, it's hard to play quickly, and it gets kind of confusing. So you just hit it, leave your foot down until you're ready to hit again, lift and hit, lift and hit. With the snare drum, same thing. You're not wanting to make these big movements. You're not using your entire arm to hit the snare drum. You just keep that arm kind of comfortably resting with the stick right over the snare. And when you're ready to hit, you just lift your wrist up and then come down. Same with our hi-hat. We're not bringing our arm way back and going back and forth. We're just using our wrist and playing that hi-hat. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, that is your basic quintessential rock drum beat. Last thing I'm going to mention is the hi-hat can change. Instead of playing on the hi-hat, you can play it on the ride. Or maybe instead of the ride, you want to play it on a crash cymbal. You could even play it on the floor tom. Each place that you move that right hand, you get kind of a different sound. So practice playing that quintessential drum beat on the hi-hat. Practice moving around the different instruments. The most important thing is that that kick is on the odd numbered beats and the snare is on the even. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, I hope that clears it up. Visit MurfreesboroRockSchool.com for a lot of other great videos on music and playing instruments and all sorts of other wonderful things. So have a great day. Appreciate it.